Hi guys, hope you are all okay. It's time for our 30-second challenge. Esther has provided a challenge for me to do, but this is also something that you guys can do at home, so make sure you give it a go if it's not too crazy. Or maybe especially if it's crazy. Okay, Esther, what is the challenge for today?
You have 30 seconds to make up a poem about yourself that rhymes. Okay?
You did tell me I needed pen and paper, so I do have pen and paper available.
Get your pen and paper. Ready?
Oh.
On your marks. Get set.
Okay.
Go. And that is time.
What about if I just write...
Stop.
I know what I'm saying.
Okay, that's fine. The paper's for your note taking.
Okay.
Okay, we're ready for the performance.
It's I can't remember how poems work. I think it's... If I said stanza, does that...
It's one stanza.
It's one stanza.
Okay.
So I think it's more of a... Anyway, let me read it to you. I mean, I should probably get in a comfy chair and it's like poem time. Okay, here it goes. My name is Nathan. I like to do things. When I stand up, it's like I'm wearing springs. That's all I thought.
Is that it?
That's all.
Is that it?
I was trying to write it down. And actually in 30 seconds it's hard to write.
The pen and paper's just for your own existence.
Well, okay, if anyone can get more than this one stanza, which makes more sense than my name is Nathan, I like to do things. When I stand up, it's like I'm wearing springs. Anyway, there you go. It's copyrighted, I'm afraid, so you can't steal that one. Thank you, Esther. Please give it a go. Let's have your poems. Do send them my way if you would like to. Give it a go. I mean, if you can get more than one stanza, that'd be perfect. Fabulous. So in this Connect series, we're looking at different ways that we can connect and spend time with God. Different ways that we can pray to Him. And God calls us to know Him and be in a relationship with Him, and there are loads of different ways that we can do that. And each of us may find one way more helpful than another, and so by exploring a variety of ways of connecting with God, hopefully we can find some ways which suit us best. So far we've looked at spending time with God in the quiet, and spending time with God through music and singing. This time we're looking at connecting with God outside. So we'll split this thought into two parts. Creation and active. So the house I grew up in was really close to the sea, and as a teenager I would take myself down to the seafront where there was a big wall which dropped down to the beach, and I would sit there. And it was quite a quiet beach, and so I would just sit there and spend a bit of time with God. And the reason why I would choose this spot was because there was something about looking out to sea, seeing the big expanse of water and sky, and in one way it made me feel really small compared to how big God's creation and God was, but also focusing on the amazing view naturally drew my attention to God. In Romans chapter 1 verse 20 it says, "For ever since the world was created, people have seen the earth and sky. Through everything God made, they can clearly see His invisible qualities, His eternal power and divine nature." God's creation in all its different forms, from snowy mountains to beautiful sunsets, clear blue lakes, amazing animals, intricate flowers and everything else, they all point us to God. They all draw our attention to Him. Even though God is invisible, His creation is visible, and it all points to His glory. And there's also something different about praying outside on a hill to being inside in a room, for example. Being out in the open isn't a better way of praying, but it does give us a different perspective, a different way of coming to God, a different angle, I guess. Another way that we can connect with God through being outside is being active. And this is more of a practical point. If you're someone who doesn't find sitting still very easy, then actually maybe spending time with God sitting still isn't maybe the best way for you to do that. Maybe instead popping your shoes on and going out for a walk or a run could be a way that really helps you. We all have different characters and different ways of learning, and this can be translated to even the way that we spend time with God. I knew someone who used to go for a run every morning and use that time to pray for people, and that was a way that they found really helpful in connecting with God. So maybe that's, for some of us, the best time to spend with God is when we're doing exercise and getting out and about, and at the same time taking in God's wonderful creation. Prayer doesn't have to be something that we do with our eyes closed or sitting still, but obviously that is a great way of doing it too. And so I encourage you today to head outside, even if it's just for a brief moment, to enjoy God's creation and maybe thank Him for what He's created and for how it all points to Him.